I'm over here trying to find a nice place to record because I wanted to use the snow background. I'm an old man, I don't know how to flip this camera. I sat in the mud. Now I got a muddy booty, bro. I just wanted to hop on and talk about something, man. Again, hope you got some movement, some water, and some joy in you today. All three of those things will do you good. It is freezing outside. I wanted to talk about fear and anxiety. It's something that God constantly confronts in me because regardless of me telling y'all to go take new opportunities and to go out there, sometimes I don't want to be doing that. I really want to be at home chilling. And I'll be like, God, people need me. Like, man, it's just bringing me all this anxiety because everybody's like, hey, Robert, let's do this. Let's do that. Let's be creative. And it can get frustrating sometimes, but I have to realize every time I've taken that leap of faith that God has gotten me to exactly where I needed to be. And it wasn't until I got over, not even got over, it wasn't until I stepped in to that fear and stepped into that anxiety that I started to grow every single time. And it's funny because it comes up every single time. I feel like I face the same battle. Maybe it's imposter syndrome. I need to believe in myself more, but I have an opportunity of something that I want to do, and I'm like, dang, like, this is going to take a lot for me to do it, and I don't know if I want to leave my comfort zone. And then I start to stand there and become anxiety-filled and become fearful because, yes, I want to keep my comfort, but at the same time, I'm not satisfied at where I'm at. And luckily, thanks to God, I've always been able to overcome and again step into that. And what I mean by step into that is the only way you're going to get to the other side is by going through it. You can either stay where you're at in your comfort zone, continue to do the things that you do, or you can get to the other side. And the only way to get to the other side is to walk through it. So I just want to encourage y'all to, when you feel fear, when you feel anxiety about a decision or a choice that you need to make, that you lean into it. And that you trust God. This is the backbone of this channel, is trusting the Lord. So we're going to trust the Lord. But again, if you don't have a God you believe in, hit me up in the DMs. We'll love to talk about it. But I just want you to lean into that anxiety because we understand and we grow on the journey. You actually have to start acting like that thing to become that thing, or you have to actively start facing that anxiety and facing that fear to get over it, to walk through it, to get rid of it. And always discover that everything's usually fine on the other side. You know, it might be kind of cryptic or morbid or whatever, but the worst thing that can happen to me is death. And once I die, I mean, things don't really matter. Whatever's going to happen to me is going to happen to me. So the worst thing that can happen to me is death. So I'm just like, okay, well, I mean, the worst thing that can happen is I can die. And if I die, then it's all over. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go ahead and keep walking. But that's more of the realist in me. That's more the logical guy in me than the faith and positive man in me. Remember to face anxiety. Remember to face fear. Trust the Lord in the face of these things. Because that's the only one that's really going to get you to where you need to go. I need to start reading scripture on this channel, start teaching y'all something about the Lord. Probably be my next series, but it's cold. My hands are freezing. It is freezing in Texas. Let's send some prayers up for the people in California, for the fires and the aftermath, because the world really about to change, guys. The world is really about to change. You see a lot of stuff happening, and we just at the beginning of 2025. So keep me in your prayers, and I'll keep you in mind. Love you guys.